How do you deal with disrespect? Disrespect is a common challenge that we all face in life, and it can be very upsetting and frustrating. But what if we could learn from the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, which teaches us how to handle difficult situations with wisdom and grace? In this video, we will explore 10 practical Stoic principles that can help us cope with disrespect in a better way. As usual, I challenge you to be strong and stay with me until the end of the video. Let's begin. 1. Keep your calm. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is that we are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by how we think about what happens to us. As Epictetus said, people are disturbed not by things, but by the view they take of them. This means that disrespect is not inherently harmful or offensive. It is our interpretation and judgment of it that make us feel hurt or angry. When someone disrespects you, remember that their behavior is a result of their own thoughts, feelings, and opinions, not a reflection of your true value or worth. This can help you keep your calm and not let their disrespect affect your emotional state. 2. Reflect on yourself. Another important aspect of Stoicism is the practice of self-reflection and self-examination. The Stoics believed that the quality of our thoughts determines the quality of our lives, and that we should always strive to improve ourselves and our actions. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you face disrespect, it is essential to reflect on yourself and ask questions like, is there any truth in what the person said or did? Did I do or say anything that provoked this situation? How can I respond in a way that is consistent with my values and virtues? By reflecting on yourself and the situation objectively, you can gain a better understanding of the event and your own role in it. Self-reflection ensures that your responses are based on rational judgment rather than impulsive reactions, helping you learn and grow. 3. Learn to pause. Seneca once said, "Whenever you are angry, be assured that it is not only a present evil, but that you have increased a habit." Stoics believe in the importance of self-control and rationality. They argue that impulsive reactions driven by intense emotions like anger or frustration often lead to poor decisions and unnecessary suffering. When faced with disrespect, the Stoic approach encourages you to avoid reacting impulsively. Instead, take a moment to pause and collect your thoughts. This pause allows you to regain control over your emotions and gives you the opportunity to respond in a more measured and thoughtful manner. Pausing is a key Stoic strategy to maintain composure and make rational decisions, ultimately leading to more positive outcomes. 4. Have empathy. Epictetus said, "Seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves." Stoics believe in the interconnectedness of humanity, and that understanding the motivations and emotions of others can lead to better interactions and personal growth. When someone shows disrespect, Stoicism suggests practicing empathy. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes and understand their perspective. Empathy can help you see the situation from a different angle and realize that the person's disrespect may not be personal or intentional. It may stem from their own insecurities, fears, or ignorance. By empathizing with the person who disrespected you, you can avoid taking their words or actions personally and respond in a more respectful and dignified manner. Empathy helps you maintain your dignity and avoid escalating the conflict. 5. Concentrate on virtue. One of the main ideas of Stoicism is to develop virtues such as wisdom and courage. These are the qualities that help us live well and act rightly. Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher, wrote that, "Virtue is nothing else than right reason." This means that being virtuous is the same as being rational and consistent with the natural order of things. When we face disrespect from others, Stoicism teaches us to focus on virtue in our response. This does not mean that we should ignore or tolerate the disrespect, but rather that we should respond in a way that reflects our Stoic values and principles. By focusing on virtue, we can avoid being influenced by our emotions, maintain our dignity, and grow as individuals. 6. Embrace acceptance. One of the key lessons of Stoicism is to accept the things we cannot control, such as the behavior of others. Epictetus said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This means we should be grateful for what we have and not worry about what we lack, including the approval or respect of others. Stoicism teaches us the dichotomy of control, the distinction between what is in our control and what is not. We can only control our own thoughts, feelings, and actions, but not external events or other people's behavior. When we face disrespect, we should not let it disturb our inner peace. Instead, accept it as a part of life, focusing on improving ourselves and the situation we can control. By embracing acceptance, we avoid unnecessary anger and frustration. 7. Use humor. Sometimes, a little laughter can go a long way. Seneca once said, "You have mastered yourself when you know what not to take seriously." While Stoicism teaches us to act rationally and control our emotions, it also acknowledges the value of humor in difficult situations. When someone disrespects you, instead of letting it get under your skin, consider responding with a lighthearted remark or a playful joke. Humor can diffuse tense situations and help maintain emotional balance. Of course, it should be used wisely, but it can turn a negative encounter into something positive. 8. Set clear boundaries. Stoicism is not about being passive. It's about standing firm, like a rock, in the face of disrespect and injustice. You don't have to tolerate bad behavior or lash out in anger. Instead, calmly assert yourself. When someone crosses the line, it's important to let them know what they did wrong and how you expect to be treated. Setting clear boundaries allows you to protect your dignity and self-respect. Stoicism teaches us to remain strong, just, and courageous in these situations, taking control of what we can while letting go of what we can't. 9. Choose forgiveness. Imagine someone disrespects you. How do you react? Do you lash out or do you let it go? Stoicism teaches that forgiveness is not a favor to the other person, but a gift to yourself. It's the key to inner peace and happiness. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or approving of what happened. It's about releasing the negative emotions that hurt you more than anyone else. By choosing to forgive, you free yourself from the burden of anger and resentment, leading to a sense of inner peace and tranquility. 10. Change your perspective. Perspective is the ability to see things from a broader, more objective point of view. When someone disrespects you, try to remember that, in the grand scheme of things, it's often not that big of a deal. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." Disrespect is usually a reflection of the other person's ignorance or insecurity, not your worth. Changing your perspective allows you to focus on what really matters in life: your goals, values, and virtues. By doing so, you can live a more fulfilling and peaceful life. If you found something valuable in this content, kindly subscribe to our community so that we stay connected for upcoming Stoics principles for our self-growth and resilience.